Hello everyone and welcome back to the Malamar games. This is a tournament where we play against a different content creator each week, and each week we have a different zany rule set. So in last week we played against Rowan Hall, who gave us our first loss of the season. We are now 3-1 on the season, and we had to play in a format where we only got to use Pokemon with a base 60 speed stat or below. So as you can see, we had some slow Pokemon. It was a really fun game. You can go watch my set. You can also watch his set right here, his take on it. So that was a really fun video. And of course, we got a bunch of other great videos that have come out against Sierra Dawn, against Poke Sports Pod, against Marcus Dion. So definitely go back and watch some of these. But this week, we are taking on the one and only Brady Smith. Now, I don't think he does YouTube anymore, but he is an incredible VGC player, maybe the best player that we've played so far, and we've played some good players so far. But he is a regional champion. I think he had one of the coolest ideas before, I want to say Players Cup 2, where he just had an open group where anyone could join, anyone could team build together. As sort of like an open team building group that would slowly like filter out people who weren't really contributing until it was maybe like an 8 or 9 people running the team at Players Cup. It was a really cool idea. I don't think there's ever been anything like it in VGC, and that's sort of the way that you see Brady express his creativity. He has all these really cool endeavors that really make VGC a lot more accessible, and so I think that right now his project is VGC Corner, where he's creating resources for the community and doing some free coaching as well. So definitely make sure to go check him out. Of course, I'll link his Twitter in the description because I don't think he has a YouTube channel right now. So you won't be able to watch his side of the battle, I think. I don't know if he's been uploading these anywhere. Anyways, this week's format is very interesting because this week's format is you are not allowed to use Pokemon that level up to evolve. They can evolve in any other way, but they have to be legal, of course, in, I guess, Series 3 because the runes and the Paradox Pokemon don't evolve. But they have to be currently VGC legal, and also they have to evolve in a strange way. So there are not a ton of legal Pokemon. And so to give you a quick overview of this format, some of the powerful Pokemon, I think first and foremost, you see Palafin is just going to be the best Pokemon in this format. There are so few grass types in this format. It is already maybe the best Pokemon in VGC, at least top 5 in VGC, and so it's not going to be too surprising that it kind of takes over this format. The next best Pokemon is probably King Gambit, which is of course just a stat stick. It has so many stats. It just does everything. It's got great typing. There aren't a ton of fighting types in the format. Palafin is maybe the best counter to it because it learns close combat and Drain Punch. And so I think that, Annihilate is also a good fighting type, but Annihilate is only okay into King Gambit because King Gambit can Terra and it takes neutral damage from dark moves. But I think Palafin and King Gambit are the big two of this format. Arcanine is up there, but in a format where the best 2 Pokemon are Water type and a Pokemon with Defiant, it's going to be maybe a little bit hard to use. Goldengo is up there, but again, in a format where Arcanine, King Gambit, and Palafin are three of the best Pokemon, it's going to be really hard to spam make it rain. So, and in a format without a Moongus, it's kind of the ability that it has is maybe less useful. Annihilate is very good, and Cyrillage is very good as well, as far as Pokemon with a lot of stats that can set up bulk ups. And then some of the other Pokemon that I think are pretty cool. Pawmot is up there. It has Fake Out. It has Revival Blessing. Same with Rabsca has Revival Blessing, but I wouldn't necessarily use that. Scovillain is the only redirector in the entire format, I believe. It's got Rage Powder, and so that makes it a unique pick that you can run. And well, maybe one of the like bad grass types. I don't know. Does Sunflora have Rage Powder? I would not be able to tell you. And then the Sylveon is also very good, and Goodra is the biggest stat stick in the format. You might notice that among the Pokemon I talked about, Sylveon and Goodra are the only 2 special attackers, which means this format is very physically oriented. Serena is also up there. It's another physical Pokemon that you can run. And then Armarouge, but no Indeedee, so it's going to be a little bit harder to use. Titan is also a big stat stick as well. It's got Sheer Force, which is a very strong ability, low-key. And so, but all those Pokemon are physical attackers except for specifically Sylveon and Goodra. So it's going to be, Scizor too. I just forgot about that. So yeah, just a lot of really, really powerful Pokemon, almost all of which are physical attackers. And so normally I kind of try to make the best team possible in these formats. I'm not trying to metagame too much, or I'm going one level deep. I'm saying, all right, these are the Pokemon that are good. I'm going to try to beat the Pokemon that are good, and just build the best team possible against the teams that I expect my opponents to bring. However, this is Brady. He is undefeated right now in the league. He is one of the best players. I don't know how hard he is trying. He might just be skill diffing the ever living, out of everyone. But because he's a player that can do that. But also, if he is trying, I think he's going to notice that all the good Pokemon are physical, and he's going to run a physically oriented team. And so I am going to run a specially oriented team with the Pokemon that I said was entirely unviable in Armarouge. So this is, again, shout outs to Nails. I originally had a good stuff team, and then Nails is the person I bounced these ideas off of, Nails and Rajan. And so Rajan was, enabling me to build Palafin, King Gambit, and the good Mons, and Nails was like, I got you. And he's cut 3 straight regionals, so I'm not going to say no to him. And so he said, hey, if this format is truly physically oriented and Brady is likely to focus on physical bulk, what if you attack on the special side? And you can run Psychic Terrain Espeon, so manual Psychic Terrain with Terrain Extender, which there's no one's going to set up Terrain in this format. There's not a second Terrain setter, so it's probably just going to stick around. You get 8 turns out of it, and then you kind of just click Expanding Force, and you can click a Psycho Cut with your Scarf Gallade, and you can maybe power through with some sort of variant of Psyspam. Now, obviously, the tough part is that this is a format with King Gambit, and King Gambit is maybe the number 1 fear for this. Palafin is also low-key kind of scary because while it can't Jet Punch under Psychic Terrain, if it has speed investment, it does naturally outspeed Armarouge. And so we do have Thunderwave on the Espeon as well. Espeon has this fantastic support move pool. Psychic Terrain, Thunderwave, Helping Hand. It could have been Charm over Helping Hand, but I realized that I need Helping Hand to KO Palafin with Expanding Force. And then Psychic, because it also just gets to deal a ton of damage. It does have a crazy good special attack stat. I think it's base 110. It's maybe not that crazy good. I actually don't know. Okay. Anyways. So Nails put the team together, so I don't actually know what the EV spread does. And then Armarouge, they're both Terra Dark because, again, you got to set up in front of King Gambit. And King Gambit, Terra Dark means that you can actually beat it with Heat Wave. You don't really want to drop your bulk too much with Armor Cannon. So that's why Terra Dark. Heat Wave, Expanding Force, Substitute, because Palafin is going to be led a lot, and so a lot of times it's just going to be forced to switch out, and then you get those passive turns where you can't click Substitute. Maybe they're trying to stall out Terrain and you get a Substitute off. I think that's both pretty high value situations. Life Orb, because you do need the damage, and then just max speed Timid. Other than that, there's maybe an argument to drop a couple points and just outspeed Serena, but whatever. King Gambit is the second best Pokemon in the format, and notably, again, if you're running these two, you got to build a bunch of Pokemon to beat King Gambit. And so Serena, Gallade, and my own King Gambit all beat them with fighting moves, low kick, and close combat. And if they Terra, this is open Terra, so I will know what they're going to Terra into. And also possibly we just beat it with Armarouge. So that's kind of my approach to fighting against King Gambit, which is, of course, the bane of this team. My own King Gambit is also good into Goldengo, which also kind of resists the Armarouge, Espeon, Gallade core. And so just kind of standard Kowtow, Sucker Punch. We're not running Iron Head because the only thing that you can really Iron Head in this format is Sylveon, and I think we already kind of powered through Sylveon with Armarouge and Gengar and Gallade. So I'm not super worried about that. Instead, I'm really focusing down on the Dark moves and Terra Blast, which is actually don't really know what Terra Blast is for, but hey, it's there. And we are just speed creeping everything because there's going to be another King Gambit on his team probably, and so we want to be faster than it. And then the other reason for King Gambit is because if you played in 2020, you might remember the Gengar Bisharp combo, and that was really popular way back in Series 2, I think. I think it did really well at Oceania Internats back then. Obviously, that was Dynamax and not Terra, but the idea is kind of still the same, where you get to Icy Wind and then hit things really hard, except now we have a King Gambit instead of a Bisharp, which makes it even stronger. They do have very good synergy offensively, and you just get to run your 2 stabs and Icy Wind with your Gengar. Focus Sash is very annoying. Curse Body is also very annoying. If your opponent clicks a Dark move into the Gengar and KOs it, then maybe they get Curse Bodied and Armarouge gets a chance to sweep. So that's just kind of the same idea as that 2020 team that we're trying to build up again. Serena is a second layer of interaction with Palafin, where it has Queenly Majesty and it also has grass coverage to kind of KO it, and then also beats King Gambit. So I think it's a really good meta call because it does really well into my perceived 2 best Pokemon in the format. It also gets to pivot into U-turn, so you can maybe lead something like Espeon, Serena, and Psychic Terrain U-turn into your Armarouge to try to get some pressure off that way. And then finally we have the Gallade, which is just another layer of interaction with King Gambit because we just really, really need it. And then it's also a Psychic type. So you just get to hit really hard with Psycho Cut once you get rid of the King Gambit. Maybe we trade the Armor Root for the King Gambit, and then we say we're going to win with Gallade and back. So that is also just an option that we have at our disposal. Overall, I think it's a very solid team. It's going to be very interesting. I haven't used a lot of these Pokemon before, and so I don't know how it's going to go. But Brady's a really good player, and so we're trying to kind of level up him one. And that might be a little better approach than having to, say, play a Palance Mirror, as they call it now in Series 3 or Regulation C, where the best team is just Palafin Balance, and you can basically rebuild it in this format with Palafin and with Arcanine and with King Gambit, and just basically rebuild Luca Tragood's team from Fort Wayne Regionals, excuse me. So we're not trying to do that. We're trying to counter that a little bit. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna play any minute now, so wish me luck. All right, we are back, and we have his team. I have his Terra type, so he is Fighting Ape, Steel Cerulege, Grass Zarina, Fire Salazzle, Water Palafin, and Water Goldengo. And so I've been staring at it for a little bit, and I'm pretty sure we just get to do the thing. He doesn't have a King Gambit, which is pretty sick. I do really wish I had Leaf Blade on my my Gallade now, but that's okay. That's okay. So I think I'm just gonna lead the Espeon. I'm gonna lead Serena because I don't want him to Shadow Sneak me, but I also kind of want to just click the Armor buttons. I might just have to Terra turn 1. I'm a little worried that a double up into Espeon kind of gets there, which is going to be very, if he like Shadow Sneaks me, or if he goes for a priority move, or if he goes for a final Gambit on my dude. So I think that maybe I lead the Bish. Let's go Gengar. How about that? Let's go Gengar. He's gonna final Gambit me. I know he's gonna final Gambit me. So I want to put a thing that actually lives a final Gambit. And then we're gonna go Armarouge, and we're going to go Serena here, I think. No, we're gonna go King Gambit. Because King Gambit is just the best Pokemon that he doesn't have. It's gonna be a little awkward if he gets to I think I might have too many Pokemon that need to Terra. Like, I think that there's a chance he just goes for a final Gambit into my Espeon, and I kind of just lose it. I maybe should have been Terra Ghost to avoid that. But yeah, we don't have the Terra types, but Fighting Ape seems to imply that it is going to be final Gambit Ape, which is going to, yeah, just take it out. But that does mean that I do kind of have a free attack from my Gengar into this dude. I don't have Protect right now, which is a little frustrating, because this is what I needed Protect for. I can also just sack a Mon. Like, I could reasonably just sack my King Gambit for this Annihilate, and then Shadow Ball because he can't hit my Gengar dude. Or you could say that Espeon is not a threat, and I can just get my Psychic Terrain off. So I think that, or I can Helping Hand. I can Helping Hand Shadow Ball. But then if he goes for like Shadow Sneak, I'm in a bad spot, right? So I think I'm going to switch to King Gambit. We're just going to sack this dude. And we're going to go for the Shadow Ball into the Cerulege and just try to do as much damage as possible. If he doesn't go for Final Gambit, if he goes for the Shadow Sneak play, then I'm going to regret not having Serena in back. Serena would have been a really good switch in right here, and I almost brought it. Here's a Terra, so presumably this is the Cerulege into a Steel type, which is pretty reasonable. I don't have great ways to deal with that, but I think Shadow Balling it a couple times might just do enough. If he Shadow Sneaks into me, then it might be a little awkward. But there's a U-turn. Okay, so that's not too bad. I can tank that. I did not get my Psychic Terrain up, but I can get it up later in the game, so it's okay. And here's a Salazzle. So Salazzle, very fast, has Fake Out. I believe it's a point faster than the Armarouge, right? That did not too much. There's a Bitter Blade, so you're just going to heal it back up, too. It's a little annoying. Salazzle is 117 speed, so it's actually quite a bit faster than Gengar, so I really don't get that off. What does Gengar have on it? Pulling up my own. I'm kind of bodied. I just should have clicked Psychic Terrain. Psychic Terrain would have been sick. I might have just died. I probably wouldn't have died. Okay, So I believe that King Gambit is going to live an attack, because King Gambit is kind of broken. And I don't know how much low kick does, but I'm going to find out into Ceruledge, because I think it might be reasonably big, like fat, you know what I mean. And then I think I am going to just let the Gengar go down. I think I'm going for an Icy Wind in case I get it off, because that'd just be good. But yeah, that's just value. That's just oh shit. He just let me get it. Cool. So now I should be faster than this Salazzle, which would force him to Shadow Sneak me if he has it. I think that no, okay, I'm not actually faster, but this is okay. This is actually pretty good now, because I just have speed advantage now. To some extent. He is going to, I think, have to Shadow Sneak me, so I'm going to protect here. I'm going to low kick, and then he's going to be in KO range for a second attack. Because he can't Bitter Blade because I can double it pretty freely. So I'm going to protect. Let's just see how this goes. He might switch out. Oh, no, he didn't switch out. Okay. Let's see the sneak. Yeah, okay. There's an overheat. I think I'm AV, so I should live this. No, I do not live that. Okay. Hold up. I need to calc my Espeon into a Ceruledge that is at +1 attack using Shadow Sneak. I live. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Sick. And then I think a Helping Hand Expanding Force might just pick up. So we're going to Psychic Terrain. And we are going to... do I get another Icy Wind off? Let's see. Salazzle is going to be slower than me. It's going to die to an attack. So I think I just get to Shadow Ball here, actually. That might have been the Icy Wind turn. No, that's fine. This is okay. The scary part comes when there is a Annihilate on the field and it has the potential to Final Gambit me, because it will in fact outspeed my dudes. Also, the scary part is when there is a yeah, I don't know. I might need to get a sub up. That might be the way I need to approach this. But I don't know how I get a sub up, like, ever. I need to Terra Dark my Armarouge. I don't have a choice. Otherwise, I lose to the Goldengo, I think. But I think we just have to try this, because otherwise the Ceruledge just kind of gets to me, I think. And I can eat a Shadow Ball, but I'm going to lose to this. Like, I think that his play is going to be Shadow Ball the Espeon, and then just try to Final Gambit the dude, and I'm not going to be able to get a sub up in time. I don't have Protect on it, so I don't even get... No, I do have Protect. So I can Protect Thunderwave it, potentially. Protect Thunderwave the Annihilate to get where I need to go. Protect Psychic, it would also work. Let's see. It should KO. That's good damage. That's fine. So Espeon's going to eat a Shadow Ball because I believe in Espeon. If it's Specs, then it might just die. But, you know, it's good to know that I'm faster than this Goldengo, too. I'm not going to enjoy taking a Make It Rain because I'm no longer a Fire type. Yeah, I did not enjoy that. I definitely did not enjoy that. But his special attack is lowered, so, you know. That's something. Eject Pack? Leftovers? Okay, leftovers, sure. Yeah, that's fine. So here comes Annihilate. So Annihilate is probably going to be targeting my Armarouge, so I do have to Thunder Wave this turn. I could Psychic. I could KO it. If I Psychic KO it, then it comes down to whether I can... Well, so Espeon lives in attack. So if I Thunder Wave it, and then I Psychic Heat Wave, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. Damn. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that actually was... I don't have any counterplay to that, but, like, if I Heat Wave, then Salazzle lives and Salazzle outspeeds and Annihilate outspeeds. Yeah, okay, so he just had it. I do not have a ton of counterplay to this Gambit Annihilate here. I can like, I don't know, crit a Expanding Force to KO Goldengo, and then I still just kind of lose to a Drain Punch. So yeah, good play on his part. Just very, very safe play. I fell behind turn 1 and just did not have a chance to catch back up, I think. So we're gonna go for Heat Wave. Just KO the Goldengo. I don't think we need to KO the Salazzle, but like the game's pretty much over. Yeah, that's gonna do that. Let's see what the item is. I don't think we saw an item on Salazzle earlier. We saw Sludge Bomb, so that's something. That was not great. If I clicked Psychic Terrain turn 1, I think I was in a much better spot, because then I just kind of get to overpower him. But that man, that Annihilate is just such a pain in the butt for my team. What can I do against it? I can lead Gengar and hold up. What's Annihilate speed stat? Annihilate is 90. Gallade is 80. So he should be faster, but he also has to go max HP on that thing, right? Assuming he is max HP. Maybe what I can do is I can like lead Gallade with it. How do I deal with this? He is Scarf. He's definitely Scarf. I can Sucker Punch it, but then I'm like at risk of Serena. He didn't bring Serena game 1, and I don't think he sees that he looks at my team and says he doesn't have a ton of priority. So I could Sucker Punch the Annihilate, just get that chip shot off, make sure the final Gambit is not KOing my Pokemon. Set up Psychic Terrain and try to clean up from there. You have to switch into Serena, which is like if he switches into Serena and trades with Espeon, that's like not the highest value play he can make, right? So it's not like that bad. So maybe we do that. His U-turn should not KO my Espeon. My Espeon does have bulk, is the thing. I see I was also calcing for the wrong Pokemon. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, so I comfortably lived the U-turn. It's just the final Gambit that I'm scared of. We're going to bring Gallade back, because I don't think that Armaru is actually that good. He just kind of outpaces my team. And then I think I want the Gengar. I think Gengar is like kind of... the Salazzle is a little bit of a problem. I don't really want Serena. We're going to go Arma. We're just going to run it back with Arma. I think Arma is pretty good. Maybe I was just supposed to go Gengar Bisharp turn 1. Big Sharp is and maybe that's going to be the game 3. That's going to be game 3. I'm going to go Gengar Big Sharp if I win this game. But I think he saw that Annihilate was a problem for me, and he's going to lead it again, because that was just the toughest part of his team for sure. Yeah, we do see Palafin and Annihilate, so he does have the opportunity to trade for Amon. We will see if he has, like, if he can go for like, Shadow Claw Jet Punch to try to mess me up with Palafin, with Baby Finn, and that would be like reasonable. I don't really want to Terra the Espeon, in this game. Like, I need my Terra to be on my good mons. I could close combat, but I'm not super worried about losing the King Gambit. If I lose the King Gambit and I get a Psychic Terrain up, I think I'm actually in a pretty good spot. I'm really just scared of Final Gambit. That's fine. I'm willing to make that trade. That is value for me, honestly. Because now he's not going to have a close combat target. He's going to have to switch it out. This, I should live a Wave Crash here, or a Flip Turn. And I don't know what he Flip Turns into that actually is like high value here, you know? Helping Hand plus, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's not damage at all. Helping Hand plus Expanding Force will pick up the Palafin, even in Hero mode, I believe, unless it's Assault Vest, is what I was calcing. Here comes the Goldengo, so this is just a free Heat Wave, unless he Terra. He does have Terra Water on it. So there's also a world where I click Psychic plus Heat Wave into it, because, let's see, Armarouge, it is Timid, Heat Wave, into Goldengo, which is just like super bulky. It's doing about 85 to 102. And then if it's taken a quarter of that, then Espeon is not picking it up. No shot Espeon's picking it up. That's fine though. I think I get to Heat Wave regardless. And then no. I'm going Expanding Force. I'm just going Expanding Force. Screw it. He's going to Terra. Yeah, he is. I told you he was going to Terra. I mean, this is like a pretty safe play, right? Like, Expanding Force did like 40. Helping Hand Expanding Force is going to do like 60, I think. And so it was now this should KO, I think. He's like super bulky. This close combat, that's going to do a little bit, but I didn't Terra, so unless he Shadow Balls, it should be okay. That's a crit too, but like, whatever. And I believe I had Sped last game, so it should be okay. Right. He was super bulky. So, Make It Rain is not going to pick up. He has to Shadow Ball here. He does Shadow Ball. That's fine. Notably, like again, Annihilate is gone. Annihilate was the scary part. I do have my Scarf Gallade, and he's already burnt his Terra, so he doesn't get to Terra. He doesn't get the Terra defensively anymore. This was his defensive Terra, and it was not a very effective defensive Terra, so I think I won that interaction. And now I just have another Psychic Train Up user, which is very cool. Obviously, no Expanding Force there. None of this like battle spot shenanigans. I hope y'all have not had to experience that during the global competition. Time to find out what Gallade does to Palafin. I might have to double it. That's not great. What's my set? I am Adamant. Yeah, I need to either double it or I need to click Helping Hand. I am going to... Or I can... Oh, just Terra. Terra gets there, I think. No, not that one. Okay. Yeah, this should get there if he is... Nope, that's on baby form. I miscalced. This is not getting there. That's okay, because I will live and I will outspeed and I have Psychic Train up. Surely I will live. If he Wave Crashes, then he goes down to the Wave Crash, I think. Yeah, no. Palafin is annoying to calc, because it just defaults to baby form. I'm just like, oh, this kills? No, it does not. It does not. There's a Protect, so that's actually fine. Because now next turn I get to Helping Hand it. Double Protect, sure. He does see that I'm Scarf because I moved before the Espeon. You think he knows his calcs? I'm like, let's see. Okay, what about Goldengo? If he is not Specs, if he's just Modest Max, the Shadow Ball is KOing, but he's not Modest Max. Like, I know he's not Modest Max. So, I'm locked into Psycho Cut. I'm going to Psycho Cut the Palafin. I think this turn I want to Helping Hand because I think that I just don't KO, which is kind of silly. But Palafin, like I said, Palafin is just the best Pokemon in the format. I'm looking at this damage calc and, oh, I don't have Psychic Train up. Yeah, okay, this might KO. This is a roll in my favor to KO if he has no bulk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double it. I'm going to double it because then I either pick up the KO or I KO the Palafin. The Goldengo should not... okay, that's about right, yeah. Should not pick up my my dude, and I have the Terrain Extender, so he's not actually able to stall out the terrain. I should live and attack from the Goldie. Make It Rain might KO the Espeon, though. It did not. Okay, that's huge, that's huge. Okay, so this is good, this is good. Let's see what the last mon is. I'm hoping... I think it's probably going to be Ceruledge. There's a Ceruledge. So, Psychic Cut into Rain should just pick up. I don't have Helping Hand on the calc. I have Terastallization. Yeah, this just picks up, and then Psychic will have to pick up the Goldengo. And yeah, so he's going to try to stall out this terrain, but he does not know that I have a terrain extender. And so, I mean, he's going to learn that, I think. I think this is the last turn of Psychic Terrain, if not. So, Shadow Sneak would obviously be really good if it wasn't for the terrain extender coming in clutch. The only time this item has ever been good competitively, right here, right now, in a format where only manual Psychic Terrain exists. Man, I wish he was recording, because I would really love to see his reaction to fucking manual Psychic Terrain with terrain extender. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Alright, let's try Psychic again. Psychic might not pick up, honestly. Yeah, that one picks up. I knew that one. And then this should pick up. It is in terrain from an Espeon. But it is a bulky Goldengo. Yeah, okay, so we got there. We got there, we got there! Let's go. Still in this. So, terrain extender. Let's go, man. That's insane. This is why I love these sort of leagues. Is you get to run all the, like Pokemon is such an incredibly deep game. It's got all these crazy items and all these niche strategies that you never get to use. Like, you don't ever use manual terrain except for, like, manual Misty Terrain sometimes, right? And then all of a sudden it actually has a place in these, like, super restricted metagames. That's, like, why Draft is so much fun. It's why... why like drafting is so much fun, and like there's also like the idea of cube drafting in card games that I wish we could explore more in VGC, because I think that's also something that I would love to see more of. It's something that I know they did in like a bunch of Americans did it at Latin American Internets in like 2018, I think, where they like made a cube of cards and drafted them. And something I want to do. I've got a friend who has like just a pile of bulk lying around. I just want to sort through that and try to make an interesting VGC cube. I think that'd be really fun. Maybe this is a stream idea one day. Maybe we'll do that on stream. Anyways, Tub Nation TV, you know where it's at. We're gonna be streaming the GC, and that's gonna be all over by the time you watch this video, because this is only coming out after the GC runs. Let's see. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? I said I was leading Gengar Kingambit this game. The Psychic Terrain strat was pretty decent. I think I want Serena because I think I'm going to need it. I think I'm just dropping the Armor Rook. I think I'm going with these four and just saying, you know, Psychic Terrain, it put in work, but Serena's going to block the Shadow Sneaks. It's going to come in back, and we're just going the Big Sharp mode. This is going to pressure the Salazzle that might be led. Salazzle will pressure my Espeon. Of course, Espeon has a Magic Bounce, so he can't like Thunder Wave it, but he can fake it out, and he can, you know, do to overheat it and do a bunch of damage to it, right? So goal here is don't get final gambited, but I think I'm gonna have to Terra the I'm just gonna Terra the Kingambit. If he final gambits, it's a little awkward, but if he doesn't final gambit and he just goes for close combat, then it's like fine. I can also go for Icy Wind here and get the Salazzle slower than me, which allows me to like play the game, or I can, but also chip damage is kind of nice. I can like Sucker Punch it, and then he can close combat me, but that's also maybe okay, because that covers for the final gambit, and then I can Shadow Ball, or I can Icy Wind into Shadow Ball. Let's go for Icy Wind. I think that's always the play, and then I think I almost want to preserve my Terra. Yeah, let's preserve the Terra. Because I think there's a non-zero chance you just final gambit's predicting a Terra here. That's a lot. That was a crit. Okay. There's a Rage Fist, so I should live that. I mean, inherently live that. Yeah. The Poké Sash, and then I guess he can pick it up with the Salazzle here. But you know, he's going for Overheat, so I should live this. No, okay, that's just in Gengar. Okay, cool. So he knows at -2. And let's go. That's huge. Okay, so now he can't overheat me again. I think he has to switch it out now, right? So I'm going to get a fat Kowtow into whatever he comes in. And then I do have my Gallade, which will outspeed his entire team. So I get to... oh, wait, didn't get the Icy Wind off, huh? So Sucker Punch might have to pick up. He's locked into Rage Fist. which means I can not Terra Psychic, because that's not going to do anything. Rage Fist is going to be base 100, and if I Sucker Punch, it's going to be base 150, which is not that good. So maybe I have to Terra this guy. I keep saying Terra, this doesn't actually do anything. Maybe I didn't think about this. I thought I was going to the Icy Wind off. Let's see, what does he have in back? Is a Goldie in back, maybe? Knock off. We're going to knock off this Salazzle. And we're going to Sucker Punch, and we're just going to pick it up. We're just going to pick up this Annihilate. Okay. Yeah, we did. So that crit actually was really, really important for us. Knockoff will bring it down to Sash, which is like fine. Like it did enough that I'm okay with it. Oh, he might Thunder Wave or something. No, he's Toxicking. He's trying to Toxic Stall me? For real? Right, in this economy? I mean, he's at -2, but like it's not like I have super bulky stuff. He's just showing off the corrosion, I guess. He just wants to tell people that, yo, check this out. What's his other ability? It's like Inner Focus or something. There's a Sarrel Edge, so that's actually going to be a pretty nice knockoff target too. He could protect. He really could protect. The knockoff will pick up the Salazzle from here. And he's like probably locked into Shadow Sneak if he wants to hit me. So I guess I just go for the... He isn't Terra'd, so he could Terra Steel here. I'm going to go for the Kowtow, I think. I just want to hit this guy hard. What's my Terra on Serena is Fire? That's actually really good. I don't have great ways to hit the Sarrel Edge, but it is pretty good here. So there's a Protect, that's fair. He's just getting his Toxic Chip up. But the knockoff is going to pick up the Salazzle if my back of the envelope calcs are correct, and it was. So yeah, he's getting that Toxic Chip off on my Kingambit, slowly chipping it down. I think that I should live a... Let's see. Actually, I'm like not the bulkiest Kingambit in the world. I'm 148.4, right? So Bitterblade is doing a max of 168 HP, a min of 140. So it's a roll in my favor to survive, is what it looks like here. But what I can do is I can... I can knock off Sucker Punch this dude, maybe? Serena does not have a move to hit Goldie, right? No shot. So I might have to switch out this Gallade at some point then. Too late. We're going to knock off, we're going to Sucker Punch. I timed out, didn't I? Huh. Alright, well... I keep doing this. I think it's because I'm trying to talk while I'm playing. I don't normally time out a ton in tournaments, but this is okay if my Gallade lives this turn, which it should, I think. That's Chip. There's the Clam. Oh, okay, so that was kind of useless. There's the Bitterblade, which I should 50-50 chance to live. I did live, or I'm not 50-50. It was actually in my favor, but maybe I get there. He might Shadow Ball too. And then I get the Kowtow off, and it's going to be a random target. So maybe the Kowtow goes into the Goldengo, which would be kind of sick. That's fine. Because he doesn't know that I'm Terra Fire on Serena. And so this low kick will pick up the Sarrel Edge. And I do have to go for it. And the knockoff is going to be pretty good. I don't even know how heavy Sarrel Edge is. Okay, well... It should kill. And so Make It Rain will obviously not kill Serena because it is Terra. The knockoff is going to get rid of leftovers from the Goldengo, and then I'm just going to have to hope the Power Whip gets there. I don't think it does, but it might, you know? If he Shadow Balls Serena, then I'm in an awkward spot, but I do have Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry is knock. It might proc from the Make It Rain. And then maybe I take a Shadow Ball. I don't think I do, but like maybe I do, you know? Good play on his part. Now, Gallade is pretty specially bulky. Okay, that's fair. So just scouting out the Terra. Obviously, I am locked into knockoff, so I can't do very much about it, and I don't think I hit the Goldie yet. So, man, I should have. If I'd kowtowed the Goldie, I'd be in a crazy spot. But sometimes you lose the 50-50s, even when you don't get to choose them. Locking into knockoff was like all things considered, like not the worst option. If my Gallade lives, then I'm actually okay. Man, come on. I guess, you know, you played your outs. Maybe he thought I was going to be potentially the wrong item. That might be in Power Whip range, actually. That picks up. So now if he Shadow Balls, I'm in a great spot. If great being used liberally, very liberally. I think he should have Shadow Ball there. Yeah, he definitely should have Shadow Ball there. Because now the knockoff just kills. He needed to kill the Gallade and then hope that Serena was not able to pick up. Because now I'm just going to Helping Hand and knockoff, and I'm faster, and I should KO. So yeah, Serena putting in work. Gengar Bishop working exactly as intended, I'm sure. But we pick up the win against previously undefeated Brady Smith, maybe the best individual player, most accomplished player in this entire competition. So that's really, really hype. I mean, I say that, but we also have players like Pengi and JoeUX9 playing. Sempra just joined the league, replacing, I think, Ashton Cox. So we've got a really, really stacked lineup. Sempra replaced Osiris, I think, or vice versa. I don't remember. There were two players who need to replace Osiris and Ashton, both of whom were also very accomplished players. So anyways, good games to Brady. This was a really fun set. This was really, really close. I think that, honestly, like these, again, restricted formats where you have a very limited pool of Pokemon and you got to like build to beat the metagame is really fun. And he's a fantastic player, and that was just a really, really tight set. So again, he's always working on a cool project of some sort, even if it's not traditional content creation. And I would definitely recommend you check him out. Go follow him on Twitter. That'll be in the description down below. Of course, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking of the Malamar games. I personally, again, am having a lot of fun with this. But yeah, and thank you all for watching, and until next time, see you all later.